Shalom. Shalom, call all y'all about Shem. I came across this video yesterday when I was just waking up. I said I was gonna make a lesson on it later. Now, this is an example. Hold on, I was trying to hear that shit.
Our Slaney Brothers is the name you can trust in northern Ohio for heating and repairing your fine area rugs.
This video exposing the characteristics of these edomites. Now, you don't hear about our people doing no shit like this. You know, you hear people doing gang banging and selling drugs and different little shit like that these agents push off in our communities and lead our people into what these Edomites do. This is what they do. This is their characteristics. Now, it's a video on RTI. It says, Horror Research Biological Center and U.S. sued for mishandling bodies donated to science. And that's what these devils into, like necromancy and all that shit, like laying with dead corpses and experimenting and harvesting organs and selling limbs on the black market and all that different stuff like that. So I'm letting a little bit of this play. This is going to be a real short video too. This is in Arizona too. This is another place with, if I ain't mistaken, hold on, let me double check. That might be in California, but it's another area. Let's see, Death Valley. Yeah, that's in California. So like I'm thinking about Arizona. But it's another area out there I know that's real hot in Arizona where they do rituals and different stuff out there in them damn deserts. And a lot of shit going out there, like on a high level. Say the cooler filled with male genitalia. That's what these Edomites do though. You don't hear about how people being up in there doing no shit like that. Bucket of infected heads, arms, and legs. Torso with a smaller head attached in a Frankenstein manner hanging out the wall. Now, this word Stein, a lot of them Rothschilds and Rockefellers, a lot of their family members' names be Stein in there, which is funny that they came up with the film Frankenstein. They basically was just showing what they do when they have all this fucking money. They live up in these castles. Let me go to it real quick. Frankenstein. These damn Edomites, they got all this money and shit. They like they experiment on stuff 'cause they ain't got nothing else to do. Try to make, which they doing Frankenstein shit now. You got fucking trannies and shit running around. You got damn people turning into cyborgs, putting robot parts on them to make them artificial. What they call the shit? It's something. I can't think of the name of it right now. It's kind of early, and I just got off not too long ago. It'll come to me. But this what these devils do though. Experiment in laboratories and shit. Putting mixing a lion with a tiger and making a damn liger and shit. That's what they do though. Say pools of blood and bodily fluids on the freezer floor. That's how sick these devils is, man. This ain't our people. Go to this one scripture. Who is more vile than plain? Who is more vile and profane than Esau? It's in the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 16. It says, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. So you got to think about how low that is. You got a birthright. You don't even care about your birthright. You just want that meat. And it was bloody meat on top of that. That's what these devils like to play around with. They said over 20,000 parts from some 5,000 human bodies sold over a decade. And that's just what they know about. It's way more than this.
Choosing how to go when you're gone isn't always a matter of picking between
There go Esau right there.
burial and cremation. In fact, growing numbers are donating their bodies for scientific research. It seems very noble. In fact, it's often done with the understanding that it will go to research the illness that took the life. However, 33 families are now suing the Biological Resource Center and its former owner, Stephen Gore, after the FBI revealed what it found at one facility. Take the case of Jim Stauffer. He donated his mother's body with the understanding it would be used for Alzheimer's research. Well, it's now come to light that the U.S. Army was using her remains, and it certainly wasn't for any effort to cure Alzheimer's disease.
She was then supposedly strapped in a chair on some sort of an apparatus, and a detonation took place underneath her.
It's been revealed that over 20 bodies were sold to the U.S. Army for explosive research without the consent of the families. Now, U.S. Army officials say they had no idea. They say that Stephen Gore's enterprise deceived them also. Jim Stauffer is now taking Stephen Gore to court.
He stole
They said, of course they're going to lie, man, and say they don't know what the hell happened, but they know what the fuck going on.
a lot more than my mom's body. Because every time, you think about her, every time there's a...
It's a movie that came out recently, too. If any of you y'all ain't watched it yet, it's called, I think it's called Warlords, if I'm mistaken. Overlord, that's what it's called. You go check out that movie, man. It give a little insight of what these Edomites be doing. They was basically taking dead bodies and bringing them back to life and shit, and injecting them with some type of serum to give people super strength and shit like that. And that's what that's what them Nazis was doing over there. That's what Hitler and them, which was another Edomite, that's what they was doing. Taking limbs off other bodies and putting them on people, experimenting, taking the heads off and putting them on another body. Just all type of wild ass, outrageous shit. I'm gonna let this finish playing, and I'm gonna bring out a few more scriptures and end this off.
Memory, every time there's a photograph you look at, there's this ugly thing that happened.
Now, Stephen Gore was arrested in 2015 and charged with running illegal business operations. He is currently still serving his probation. However, family members like Jim Stauffer say that is simply not enough. Now, since ancient times, all human societies have paid very close attention to what they do with their dead. And for families, trusting those assigned to carry out this task is essential. Caleb Maupin, RT, New York.
So these Edomites, you read about the description of Esau too. That's Esau right there all day, man. But anyway, these Edomites, man, this what the fuck they do. You read in the book of Job, in chapter 9, verse 24, said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is it? Who doing all this stuff? Like I said, you don't hear about our people in the putting heads on different bodies and shit like that. Our people ain't doing that shit. Selling limbs on the black market and shit like that, organs and shit. If anything, they be taking our people organs and putting them on the market. And you know that them limbs and stuff they was using, you already know who limbs they was. It wasn't they shit. Now I'm gonna read one more scripture and I'm gonna end this off. It's in the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 27. It said, the heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. And that's what's happening right now. You see all these nations, they breaking treaties and shit. They buying up arms. They buying everybody getting nukes and going up into space. They ain't regarding none of this international airspace, international water shit, none of that stuff. All these other countries, they rising up against these Edomites because they know who causing all the chaos and all the mayhem. They know who bombing up all the shit. They know who's spreading all the viruses. They know who putting the strongholds on majority of the people. That's why who the main people putting sanctions on every damn body. So, I just want to bring this out and just speak on this since I seen this video. Lord's willing, this was edifying. And I make something else later on. Call all y'all about and y'all shalom to the elect, shalom to all the elders and apostles and the other teachers bringing this out. And hey, these devils getting exposed day by day, man. They can't hide. They can take down channels, videos. They gonna start grabbing certain men up. They gonna take them before these judges, these other politicians and shit, these popes, other so-called leaders, but they can't hide the fact that they the fucking Edomites. Shalom.